Innovations Fair 2023. It's a strike. Collaboration to increase access and participation in gross motor activities. Alex Boshian, adapted physical education instructor, and Randall Martin, physical therapist.
I am NMS BVI Main Campus's physical therapist.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex Boshian and I'm NMS BVI's adaptive physical education teacher.
Hello, I'm David Torrega. I'm one of the maintenance over here at NMS BVI.
And I'm Cody Portillo. I'm also a maintenance personnel.
For this year's Innovation Fair, we would like to highlight the following adaptive bowling setup that shows the innovation, dedication, expertise, and staff willingness to collaborate to benefit our students and school mission.
So what's interesting to me is I like to think about the whole idea of innovation. And when I think of innovation, I also think about invention. And when I think about those things, I think one of the main things that we do as a team is try to figure out what can be done better. Like, how can we improve something? How can we make it, and as a physical therapist, I think about our student population. So we have students with wide ranges of ages. So we go from 3 all the way to 21. We have students that are different sizes, and we certainly have students with different abilities. So one of the things I think about is how can we make something, for example, more accessible to students? How can we make it so students of different sizes, different ages, and different abilities can all have access to the same, for example, sports? So for in this instance, it would be bowling. And another thing I like to think of is in terms of like problems. So what problem can we solve? And when we were working on bowling before, like one of the problems that we had, for example, was biomechanics and staff. So for example, staff, every time that a student would bowl a ball, the staff member would have to go down, they'd have to pick up all the pins, and they'd have to reset the pins. And so this took a lot of time for staff to do that. It was hard on their backs because they'd have to pick up multiple pins. And it really wasn't something that the students could engage in as well. So it was something that the staff were doing and it wasn't something that the students could do. So all of these were, you could say, problems, or they were challenges. Or you could also look at it, it was just something that I thought we could maybe do better. And so after we found those challenges that we could work on, then we brainstormed. And this is something that's really, really cool about our school because Alex is an adapted PE instructor, has his own angle, his own expertise, and his own way of looking things. As a physical therapist and part of the related service team, I have my own angle. Our occupational therapist has her own angle. Our orientation mobility specialists have their own angles. And then, of course, the maintenance team, they have their whole set of skills and expertise that they can put into it. So all of these different angles together, and we just come together and brainstorm, we just talk about it. And when we do that, everyone puts their ideas together, and usually we can come up with something that is really incredible. And so after we do the brainstorming, then it comes to fabrication. And so Alex and I might have ideas. We might say, okay, this is kind of what we want, and this is sort of like what we think it might look like. But then we go to the maintenance team, and they're actually put our ideas into reality. So they take what we would like to do, and they make it something that is real, physical, that the students can put their hands on and work on and enjoy. So in this case, this is what they did. The adapted bowling system that we had before, there's a traditional bowling ramp that is aluminum, and it's just a fixed height and a fixed width, all right? So the challenge there is like, okay, well, we have multiple students of different sizes and different seating systems. Some of them are in big wheelchairs. Some of them are in high adaptive seating systems. But we need to make it so every student, regardless of their size, regardless of their seating system, can have access to adaptive bowling. So we wanted to make a ramp that was both height and width adjustable. And so we got together with David and Cody and the team, and we're like, all right, well, how can we do this? And then they know about design, they know about materials, they know about all of that. And so they put this together, which is awesome. So this is a height and width adjustable bowling ramp. And so you guys can maybe help me like describe a little bit of this, but basically what we have here is this is made out of PVC. So it's light and it's portable. They were able to make it wider than the standard bowling ramp so that it could accommodate wheelchairs, large wheelchairs. And then they put multiple holes in the PVC with pins to make it height adjustable. So basically you have now something that can be at any height and accommodate any width of chair. And it has basically the frame, which is made out of PVC, and then it has the ramp itself, which is basically 2 PVC pipes that go straight for a little bit, and it actually have a spot where the ball will stop. So when we set up students, they can get positioned correctly. Once the students get here, they can be cued to push, and it will roll down these PVC pipes onto the floor and towards the pins. And so it's super, super cool. I'm not sure what these are for right here.
Those are just for storage.
Yeah, just for storage. Okay, so yeah, so that's, which is a really good point. So they're saying, so if we take out these, this actually comes off.
We have.
Another thing. So we're so fortunate here at NMSBBA because we have our own bowling alley, and there's no substitute for that. That's something that is part of the student experience. So they go there, they can feel the real pins. They can hear how the ball hits the pins and knocks them down. They can hear the ball coming back as it's retrieved. They can feel and experience the real bowling shoes. But there are problems with that and there are limitations with that. And so David and Cody were able to make something that we can bring to the gym. And so if we have 8 stations, this is something that students can practice consistently. So we don't necessarily have to go to a different building, which is a great experience, and we do that from time to time. But if we need to practice the skill consistently, we can do it right here. And so it's portable, it's accessible, it's adaptable, it can be stored. And so that's really good. So like David and Cody are saying, this can just be removed. So right here is a pin. What is this pin for right here? That's to
Adjusting the teeth. Once you raise the back side of this, these 2 back stands, you raise the center because you have to have support for the whole ball and stuff to keep it horizontal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's perfect. So
railing.
yes, exactly. So as this back PVC frame is raised, they actually have a front T almost that's raised as well. So you can keep the platform for the ball, which it sits on initially, horizontal to the ground, so the ball just doesn't roll away. So that gives you time to have students positioned in their seating systems or wheelchairs, or not, they can just stand, either way. Next challenge, the next problem that we thought about was, all right, well, basically what we're having to do is every time a student rolls a ball, a staff member goes down, they're bending over, setting up a bunch of pins, so it takes time, it increases staff's potential to hurt their backs, and students really aren't participating in that. This is just something that usually staff are doing. So all that was a challenge that we were like, all right, we can somehow do this better. And so again, we got to get together with, I had my idea, Alex had his idea, and then to basically fabricate an automatic pin resetter that students could do, students could participate in. And so I had an idea in my mind that I talked to Alex about, and then Alex put his input in, and then we kind of just gave it to maintenance, and then David and Cody came up with this genius thing right here. So I don't know, do you want to tell just a little bit, if you guys want to tell just a little bit about the framework or how you guys decided to put this together?
Well, first of all, we made it out of PVC, so it would be easier to handle one way or another if it needs to be moved around. It has multi-levels, little platforms, and what it is the pins stand underneath, and there's the first platform has a larger hole where a string goes through, attaching to the pin, and then on the top level there's also smaller holes that lead to a round disc that actually connect all 10 pins together. We have 10 pieces of string, and then the pins all tied together. And what it does is once the kid rolls the ball, it knocks them down. We have a wire that leads from the 10 lines to a little disc to one single line with a rope and a handle, and they can pull the handle and reset the pins by raising it up. And when they raise it up on the first level, that's closest to the floor, there's a hole in that level that will actually let the pin go through at least one quarter of the way just to set it straight, and then you slowly lower it back down, and it sets it perfect for you.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's like, to me, it's like totally genius because so there's a pulley system where each of the 10 pins has its own individual string. So when a student pulls a single cord, that attaches to 10 different strings, which raise each pin, all 10 pins simultaneously, but each pin in its perfect position into a little pocket, like you could call the pocket that has a hole, which stabilizes the pin. And then when they let it down, the pins are perfectly reset and they're exactly how it would be in a regular, like a bowling situation. So, and another thing which is really cool is like, after it was done, then it was like, Alex came up with these ideas for like motivators and extra things that he put on there. I don't know whether you want to like talk about some of those things.
Sure. So definitely using the APH, the American Printing House for the Blind Sensory Learning Kit, we were able to use a link box, which is it's a little square box that you plug into an outlet in the wall, and it has outlets in that, so you can plug different equipment in, and then it's activated by a switch. So this one has a joystick switch. We have it mounted right in front of the pins, and the maintenance team had used some different, I think some water lines to attach to the joystick to make it wider so that as the ball would come past it, it had a greater chance of triggering it, activating all the motivators. We also put some different lights so that it was more exciting and motivating, and so that the students are able to orient towards the action. Like Dr. Randall was saying, our bowling alley is a really long lane. It's a pretty long push for some of those students to have the patience and understanding to know that they're causing those pins to crash just because of the strength and the length of time that they're pushing that ball. So this is more immediate, and it helps them understand and orient their body towards where they should when they're in our actual bowling alley in the rec basement. So, and when students are engaging with this bowling setup, they're working on a lot of expanded core curriculum skills. We call it our ECCs. So just to name a couple, students are using their bodies for purposeful movement. So just like Dr. Randall said, all of the students have differing abilities. So they're all using that purposeful push, either one hand, two hand, however they were instructed. They're demonstrating an active awareness of others, because at this activity we are doing turn taking. We do friendly competition here as well, so students are, competing against another student or taking turns with that other student, so they're socializing. They are developing a greater understanding of the bowling concepts. Like I said, some students it's too far in the bowling alley for them to understand the cause and effect aspect. So once we shrink that distance, students are able to get that immediate response and understand that they are the ones crashing the pins down with that strong push. They are showing a willingness to explore some new activities. So bowling is a great lifetime activity. We like to expose kids to a wide range of activities so that they can live active and healthy lifestyles and have something that they can enjoy to recreate with. And lastly, just being able to set realistic goals for themselves and build confidence in their movement patterns. So this is something that would definitely help achieve all those areas.
It's so cool because, so we have students, some students may have no vision or limited vision. And so the things that Mr. Alex added, so when the ball goes down and it strikes the pin, so we have multiple things happening, right? We have the bubble machine is activated, bubbles are flying everywhere. We can set up so it activates music if we want to. We have the LED lights going. So some students might have limited vision, but they really, really enjoy the lights. Students with no vision can hear the bubble machine, they can feel the bubbles. And pretty much after they have a strike, we just do a bubble dance and everyone goes crazy. They're just dancing the bubbles, just having a great time, pretending they're sharks, like sharks eating the bubbles and all that kind of cool stuff. So this has become one of our favorite stations that the students like. You know, we've also have other inventions that we've done, other innovations as a team that we've done. We've done Frisbee golf, we've done adaptive goal ball, we've done just a whole bunch of other stations that are so cool and so inventive. And would you guys like to see those too? You know, that's too bad. You're just going to have to wait till next year. All right, so here we have Tristan Tucker, ready to try the adaptive bowling ramp and automatic pin resetter. So, all right, Tristan, go for it. Nice. Good job, Tristan. Here come the bubbles. Can you see the lights?
Yes.
Okay, now Tristan's pulling back on the handle. It automatically reset the pins. He's going to let it down easy. And good job, Tristan. Nice.
So we just wanted to do a quick demonstration. So I'm here with Jude. Jude, say hi to the camera. Can you say hi? You can just wave, or you can say hi. You're gonna go all the way up to the camera? All right. So Jude is here to come and help demonstrate our bowling setup. So Jude, let's come back and let's show everyone at home how you bowl here in PE. So come on up. So Jude is gonna start by resetting the pin. So he's gonna grab the handle. He's gonna hold the handle nice and tight. All right, Jude, hold it tight. I'm gonna help pull. Pull, Jude, pull. Hold it tight. Good job. Okay, Jude, let it go. Nice job. Let it go. Now you need to push it. Roll yourself up. Push the ball. No, we're going to roll up and push the ball. I know you're excited. The camera's here. So Jude's going to come up to the ramp after he just held the handle, and I helped pull his wheelchair back. So he was holding the handle. Now he's pushing the ball down the ramp. He's crashing it into all the pins. Jude. All right, Jude, come on down to the ball machine. So Jude's going to ride all... Jude, you got to ride all the way down. Find the ball. So Jude's going to come down to where the bubble machine is. This is where he picks his scorecard. We do modified scoring, so he'll pick a card. Jude, go ahead. Can you pick one for me? Oh, we work on a little bit of Braille and numeracy skills. So yeah, let's feel the Braille bumps. What number did you get, Jude? So we'll feel it with our finger. You got 3. So then Jude's going to use the APH scorecard. Let's push 3. 1. Isolate a digit and push. So we're working on some of those pre-Braille skills and tactile discrimination. Jude, let's take the ball back to the ramp. Let's try one more time for everyone at home. All right, so Jude has the ball. Now he's going to drive all the way back to the ramp. He'll set the ball. Watch out for that ramp, Jude. You got to go around it. Go all the way around. There you go. Nice job. He'll set the ball on the ramp again. And Jude will get to pull and reset the pins. Let's go all the way around, Jude. All the way around. You got it, buddy. Yeah, nice job. He's been working on his wheelchair navigational skills. All right, let's put the ball right on the ramp, Jude. Put it up on the ramp. Good job, Jude. So he set the ball up on the ramp. We're going to let it go. Okay, Jude, you're going to hold the handle now. Is Miss Carla filming? I know. Here we go. Ready? Hold tight. I'm going to help you pull back. So Jude is now holding the handle, and he's going to reset all the pins by pulling it nice and hard. Okay, we're going to let it go, Jude. Go ahead and let it go. Nice job. Now you're going to wheel up and give us a nice push. Show us so you can push that ball. Wheel it up and push. Where are you going, Jude? We're going to go wheel up over here, push that ball. Yeah, give it a push. Yeah, good. And that is how Jude engages with our adaptive bowling ramp. All right, let's go. Let's
Good job, Jude.
NMS BVI Innovations Department, New Mexico School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, Alamogordo, Albuquerque, statewide outreach, 1-800-437-3505, www.nmsbvi.k12.nm.us, spring 2023.